Hello. Welcome back to the channel, to another video. You know why you're here. I know why you're here. We all know why we're here. So currently, it is Thursday when this video is releasing, and while I know many parts of the world have Sword and Shield released, in my region, the East Coast of the U.S., the game is not released yet, and so I kind of just wanted to make a video for the people who are still waiting to play the games, and yeah, just like I kind of wanted to. So I've been making daily content for like more or less the past month, so I kind of just wanted to do like a little bit of like a recap video, just a little bit of kind of a last look. Oh, sorry, let me close Facebook so it doesn't bother y'all. Sorry about that. Yeah, just kind of want to take like a last look at Pokemon Sword and Shield's like kind of hype period and the run-up period while we wait for the games in these last few hours before the games come out in the East Coast. And kind of just yeah, kind of just taking a minute to like, before we jump into what's going to be a huge chapter for Pokemon, I kind of wanted to just take a second and, you know, just start it off right, you know, start it off by leveling ourselves, because I think we're going to have a lot of stuff coming in the future. So, yeah, just a reminder, everybody, I'm going to be plugging this a lot, but yeah, if we can get to 100,000 subscribers before March, I will be doing VGC Academy, where I will be doing basically personalized lessons and stuff. There's a whole video on it. You can check it out if you're interested. First thing that I want to talk about is, let's talk about, this is going to be my overlay for Pokemon Sword and Shield stuff. Basically, this is designed by my good friend Robbie. Those of you who've been watching the channel for a while are very familiar with Robbie. He's got some other graphics coming out either already or in the very near future for my channel as well. So I'm very happy with this. I love the Executor design. I will ask him if he wants me to plug anywhere. But yeah, I think he really captured my essence well in this overlay. But yeah, I've been doing this all day. I've been doing this all day. But yeah, so this is the new overlay. I hope you enjoy it. Yeah, so that's that. Checking my notes. I'm taking notes now. Oh, okay. Are you guys interested in... So, guys, we all know how much we hate this tree. Wait, hang on. Oh, no, what have I done? Oh, I just did something very bad. This tree. We hate it, right? Do you guys want merch? I kind of want to make merch that has this picture on it. It says, I hate this tree. Are you guys interested in that? Because I feel like I would wear that, right? I can't tell if I want to take like a slightly better picture, like crop out this white part, you know, a little bit, or if we just leave it as like bad tree picture. But yeah, let me know if you guys are interested in that, because I think that'll be funny, because we all hate this. I hate this tree. I'm playing Sword and Shield just so I can find this tree and tell it I hate it. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So Sword and Shield have been one of the most I would say one of the most emotional games in terms of like the build up for it. A lot of players I know are so like there's a lot of disillusionment going on, and there's also a lot of excitement. So just as a recap, one of the big things surrounding Sword and Shield was the fact that there isn't going to be a national Pokedex in these games. Not all Pokemon are going to be in the games. Don't really want to talk too much about this because it's like a whole topic on its own, and people are really there's a lot of emotions around this topic, but yeah, it was a big reveal. Like, people were really, really upset about this. There was a hashtag that was trending worldwide, and the company had to issue a statement that said, hey, we've heard what you're saying, but we're not going to bring back the Pokemon for these games. So that, I think, was this game that's interesting to me because, how do I say it? Like, Sword and Shield has had, like, just the run-up period. These last few months have had, like, very intense, like, hype moments, and then very, like, people are like, there's reasons to be very excited, and there's reasons to be, like, really upset as well. Not saying my personal feelings, just talking about in general, right? Like, for a lot of us who've been playing for a long time, or especially, I don't know if it's the fact that I'm a competitive player changes my perspective, but let's assume that it does, because I think that's a fair assumption. Like, we have always played, I was sick, and I still have my t-shirts everywhere, but, I don't have my DS handy, but we've always played on tiny games, right? Like tiny systems, tiny consoles, like the 3DS, the DSi, the Nintendo DS. Like, those are all so much smaller than the Switch, and yeah, like the fact that we're playing on what Nintendo, I mean, the Switch is a hybrid between a handheld and like a console, you know what I'm saying? I don't know the official term, but like a handheld and like a, you know, strong console, big console boy. But that's a huge step for Pokemon. Pokemon has never been a game that's been on these more hardware intensive, or you know what I'm saying, like more bigger consoles, right? And so I know that for players such as myself, it represented a lot of opportunity. It represented the chance for the game to really take a big step forward. And one way in which I know a lot of us are... Why does my shirt look like that? Do you guys see that? What is wrong with my shirt in this camera? It looks like a rainbow almost. It's so weird. Anyway, yeah, like, so for a lot of us, I know a lot, like, I personally was super excited about it moving to Switch because it's, first of all, it brings a lot of people back into it back into the games who haven't played for a while, because it's, the Switch has a lot of other good games on it, and it feels like it's very popular, a very popular system, and also, it just opens up a lot of doors for opportunities and for things in terms of, like, graphics and, you know, trees and all this other stuff that they couldn't really do before, right? And so, when you combine that with the fact that a lot of the lead up to these games were talking about how these games seem to be much more geared for competitive, and I know that a lot of us who play competitive Pokemon are very excited for this, like super excited for the fact that like competitive Pokemon seems to be such a main focus of these Pokemon games. It's very exciting. Some recaps were at the World Championships. They revealed items that appeared to be specifically created for competitive play, such as the Trick Room item, the Room Service, which lowers your speed in Trick Room, which is not a move that gets used very often in the main games, in like the story mode of the games. And then also the Eject Pack, which switches you out after it's activated. And I made a whole video on those if you're interested. But yeah, like revealing items specific to competitive Pokemon is a very big step forward in terms of messaging and branding between what Pokemon is really about and how competitive Pokemon is perceived by the company, by Pokemon, basically. Another big thing about these games that's going to change a lot is both Mega Pokemon and Z moves are removed. So Mega Pokemon were released in the 2014 games X and Y, so we've been playing with them for just about 6 years now. Excuse me, 2014 season. I think it was November of 13, if we're going to be technical. But yeah, Megas have been removed, which have been a staple of Pokemon for the last 6 years, and Z moves, which have been the staple for the last 3 years, have both been removed. So people feel different ways about this. I personally am super excited to have both these mechanics gone, but they've been replaced by Dynamax and Gigantamax. So these new transformations for Pokemon, these new mechanic in Pokemon is a large part of why I know a lot of people are kind of apprehensive about the competitive game. It seems very powerful, and I know people are hesitant as to how it's going to interact with competitive play and what effect it's going to have. So, yeah. Another big thing about these games that is different than past games is there has been almost no information revealed, which I personally love. Like, obviously the games leaked a little bit early. I very thankfully have been able to avoid spoilers, so I'm really grateful for that. But yeah, basically I know almost nothing about these games. I know a couple of Pokemon. I know the new mechanic of Dynamax. I know, like a couple items. Like, I know that there's this thing that I just hate. I hate it so much. I really hate it. I know that there's like things that aren't Pokemon as well. Like but like basically I don't know that much, right? I know that Ledian gets an evolution, which is just amazing. I'm really happy for him. I'm so happy to use Big Ledian. That's just awesome. I'm just glad he finally got his chance to shine. But yeah, other than that, like I don't like nobody really knows much unless you've looked at leaks, which I am personally, yeah, like I said, like I think that's a really great tactic. But yeah, like it's very different than Sun and Moon, where it felt like we knew almost everything. So I know many people are really excited about the fact that this is like it really feels like an adventure, right? Like I haven't played a Pokemon game since X and Y where I didn't know what was coming, right? And I really enjoyed playing X and Y blind. I intentionally avoided spoilers. So I think that's a really it's just so fun, like running into a Pokemon and like not knowing its type, right? Or like not knowing anything about it. Like that's such a unique experience, and you can only have it once every 3 years when the game shifts. So yeah, so I'm really excited, basically, if you couldn't tell, for that and for that aspect of the game. And yeah, with all that being said, that's just like a quick rundown, but I really just wanted to say thank you guys. I also want to give a shout out. I should have done this at the beginning, but I want to give a shout out to Joey, PokeMMD, and Lord Envy. Those guys have been like really helpful for me in making the content that you've been seeing on my channel for the last month. I talked with Joey right before I started making content, and he basically told me like, hey, you should do this. And yeah, like basically like he was like he told me about like why it was a good idea, and he just really motivated me to to make content for this month leading up to Sword and Shield, and I'm so glad I did. Like, I felt like I put out some good content. I feel like, you know, I have been YouTubing as a competitive player, right, as a VGC player. But one thing that I've really loved about doing YouTube for you guys is that I feel like I've moved past, like, just like, people don't just watch me because I'm good at the game, or we're gonna put good at the game in quotes because we all know it varies depending on the day. But it's not just about my proficiency in the game. I really feel like I've started to show more of my personality on these videos, and I feel like you guys, the audience, have really connected with that. So yeah, so I'm really glad that I made this content for a number of reasons. I feel like I have really strong momentum going into Sword and Shield. But yeah, I do want to say thank you to Joey and Envy. Oh, and sorry, Envy and Joey have both, like, especially when I was still finding my footing, like, I feel a little bit more confident now, but, like, they helped a ton with, like, titles and thumbnails, so I really can't thank those guys enough, because, and y'all should check them out, because if you enjoy my content, number one, you'll definitely enjoy yours, and number two, if you've liked, like, what you've been seeing from me for the past month, it's because of those guys. Like, I would not be making this content if it weren't for them, so again, Joey, Envy, thank you guys very much. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, like, I think that's pretty much all I want to say. Again, thank you guys for watching me. It means a lot. Like, I don't see myself as anybody especially, like, special. Like, I'm just a guy who's good at Pokemon, and, like, I think the thing about me that makes me quit, if I were special for a reason, I think that I'm just very much myself, and I don't really taper that, right? And it gets me in trouble sometimes, right? Like, so I'm too much myself sometimes. But it's nice to feel like you, like, win or lose, like, you guys like me for me, and it's not like YouTube Wolf, right? Like, this is still me, you know. And I think my friends will watch my videos. Shout out to you guys. That means a lot. But nobody's ever said, like, wow, you're so different on YouTube, right? It's still just me, right? So I do appreciate that. What the heck? I do appreciate that I have a community that that kind of, you know, values that. Anyway, I've been rambling, so I think that's how we're going to end the video. I'm so excited for Sword and Shield. I think I'm really considering doing a midnight stream, so if you guys are interested, please come to twitch.tv/wolfyvgc. This period when the games drop, I'm really going to be counting on you guys. Like, I'm really, really counting on you guys to, like, comment, subscribe if you haven't, and share the videos, just because it's momentum based, right? So I really have high hopes for Sword and Shield. I think I grew like 30k when Sun and Moon dropped, and yeah, I have really high hopes, but I literally can't do it without you. So if y'all are enjoying the content, like, please do whatever you can to help me out, because I can't do it on my own, and we all know that. So yeah, thank you all so much. It's been a great month, and I am so excited for Sword and Shield. I literally cannot wait. The hours are dragging by until the games are live. So yeah, thank you guys so much. I really, really appreciate it. And yeah, from here on out, we're Sword and Shield. I'm gonna try and avoid, at least for the start, I'm gonna try and avoid, like, spoilers in the thumbnail. I think I might start off with Pokemon, like, guides that have already been revealed, or that stuff, but eventually, like, I want to cover the new Pokemon and guides as well. So yeah, I won't be spoiling anything for a little bit, even if I've already found out about it. So yeah, but thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and yeah, see you tomorrow for Sword and Shield content. Peace. Sword and Shield actual content, not Sword and Shield lead up content. You know what I'm saying? Goodbye.